Top of the morning to you. This is Sasha, Hamid Lavassani, straight from Orange County on a gorgeous day, March 14th, 2020. I just wanted to update you. I'm receiving many calls as to what to do these days. I just wanted to bring you some quick information. As you know, the US has announced national emergency in addition to Italy. This morning on March 14th, Saturday morning, Spain also joined the national emergency, and it's a problem. And talk about quarantine and why don't the governments just tell people to go home and stay there until a resolution is solved, or at least to stop the spreading of coronavirus disease. Here are some of the issues that's happening. In the past few days and few months, the US has lost about $11 trillion in value. That's huge. The market is down about 20% from the time that Mr. Trump took office. So right now we're in bear market as far as stock market is concerned. It's a huge problem, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Here are some of the issues on hand that the government is trying to find. In US, there are 55 million people or kids in school system. Out of the 55 million kids in the school system, 15 million of them rely on breakfast at school. 30 million of 55 million rely on lunch at school. And there are 40 million Americans, based on their income, that participate in food stamps programs. In addition to that, there is 25% of workforce of US do not get paid sick leave. So, huge problem. In addition to all this, some of the parents that take their kids to school in order to go to work use school as babysitters. So if the kids are at home, where are the kids gonna go? Where the parents are gonna go? And it's just creating a lot of problems. So the kids have to eat. The government needs to find a way to either keep the schools open for the kids to be able to eat, or deliver foods to the communities, or release some of the funds to the parents to provide food for the kids. So what's the solution? The government needs to do a few things. Number one, they need to do monetary policy. Number two, they need to do fiscal policy. The monetary policy is for the Federal Reserve of US needs to reduce the interest rates. Last week, they reduced it by 0.5%. Next week, we're anticipating anywhere from 0.5% to 1 full point, basically bringing money to zero. The second part of that is to provide liquidity to the market so that the companies can access money in order to be able to debt service their expenses. In addition to that, to the monetary policy, they also need to exercise fiscal policy. What that means is that they need to come in with bipartisan actions in order to implement some of the stuff needed for this country to be able to function. Now, I give you some of these facts. You can verify it with Bureau of Labor stats. But what do you do with your investments on stock market, 401k, real estate, other things that you have? In the past 43 years living in this country, I've seen it many times. We saw it in 1980s, 1990s, 2000, 2008, the whole world saw it, and now 2020. Market shifts. It will be great days ahead. However, for the short run, the US market and the economy will get worse before it gets better. So the best thing to do, our recommendations, is stay put, don't sell, don't buy. And some of the problems that's happening right now is everyone's puzzle is the feds are reducing the interest rates, but the banks, especially on mortgages, they are increasing the rates. So if you notice the interest rates are going up, don't be puzzled, that's just happening. The banks are actually halting some of the funding, some of the transactions. If you were expecting your loan to close, if you were in an escrow, open escrow, trying to buy a house or sell a house, the banks are actually halting it because they don't want to lose money. So we're in uncharted territory. The government is scrambling to make things happen. The Feds, US is trying to pump in the market $1.5 trillion in different programs. You saw $8.3 billion was approved. You saw another 50 billion being approved, another 200 billion being approved. So the US is trying to pump $1.5 trillion in the market, and stay put, stay healthy. It will be sunshine again. It will be great days. I'm always positive. You're always going to see me positive, and you should also be positive. Have a wonderful day and stay safe. Peace.